Happy Friday, everyone. Andy and Steve from WagerTalk.com. We are doing our Road to Millions on July 7th. A lot going on today, Steve. We're getting ready for the weekend. So let's just tell everybody what we have on tap for today.
So we'll kick it off with looking at yesterday's plays, and we'll go over yay or nay to parlays. Go over the weekend plays, and then finish it up with the streak of the day.
You sound like a rapper right there.
I kind of noticed that myself, actually.
The yay or nay to parlays was on purpose. That I kind of didn't realize it rhymed with everything else. So, yesterday's plays. I'll start off with Wimbledon. Still got some parlays, kind of still pending. It's a mess. Nothing great, nothing terrible. We're right around plus. I believe last time I checked, it was like plus 0.35 units. So we've got some 2% and 3% play pending for today. So Wimbledon, it's off to I don't know how to describe it. It's off to an okay start. It's not great. It's not terrible. We'll just see what happens over the next couple days. Baseball, on the other hand, man, baseball, man. Thank you, gambling gods. Thank you, Steve, because baseball, it just keeps rolling around. So talk to us about yesterday.
Yeah, we really hope things can continue going this well. We had the Guardians on the run line last night, and it was pretty much a no-sweat win. I mean, early on, the only run that the Royals had was in the first inning, and then didn't really add anything after that. Guardians, the big spot, I guess, would be the back-to-back jacks by Ramirez and Naylor. Nice 6-1 victory, no sweat, and we'll look to keep it rolling this weekend.
Yeah, so if you guys want, every Friday, if you don't have our 30-day pass, really encourage everyone to get that. But if you just like the weekends, use a promo code Andy3, get you a 3-day pass for $39 weekends when we have the most. We will have Wimbledon plays. We will have Formula One plays. We will have MLB plays. So UFC plays as well. So it will be a busy weekend with plenty of plays. And then also, don't forget about the year pass that we just put up. That's Andy 365, get you 50% off a year pass. So we're going to leave it up for a while. I know it's kind of a big ask to buy, something, that big, but it does get you a year's worth of plays. It's economical, by far one of the best deals to follow the road to millions for a year. So we'll leave it up for a while. You'll have plenty of time to lock it in. So, but I understand it's kind of a lot to say, drop this kind of money right off, but long term, it'll save you a lot more money, and it'll get you every single play. You don't have to worry about re-upping or anything. So we'll continue to talk about that. I wanted to do the segment yay or nay to parlay, Steve, because we talked about it on Wagers Talk today, yesterday with Prez. That was some of the questions. He was like, some people say never ever do parlays. We're at 61% on Wager Talk for parlays. I think parlays have really changed for us. I would say Corbin, of all people, has kind of been I don't know, he's kind of unlocked the secret to parlays. He's really opened my eyes to it. I don't know. Talk to me about what your thoughts are on parlays just over the last couple of years, because I've certainly gone through changing where I didn't use them a whole lot, and now we use them almost every day.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way that we do it, where we're looking to, get close to normal juice on a parlay, like, putting 2 or 3 legs together. That essentially maybe gets you to that negative 110 or plus money, or even, a negative 150 or under type play. I'm not a big fan of the parlays where, you're taking that big shot in the dark and a huge plus money parlay. Those just seem to never hit. What I do like is what we do is where we find a couple of legs, find one leg that is like almost like a, like nothing's a lock, but something that's really close to like a give me, you know what I mean? And then you can put it together with something, get it down to some manageable juice, and those are the ones that we've had some great success with.
I also think they're in a little bit more of the niche or obscure sports. Like I don't find us using we don't use daily sports. We don't use like a baseball money line in parlays or an NBA money line in parlays. We're kind of doing using some different sports. Like we've looked at doing some alternate spreads on some player props in the NFL towards the end of last season. That worked really well. Yeah. I've been using the Canadian Football League, those money lines. Perfect example. Last night, the Edmonton Elks, they lose in spectacular fashion. they covered the spread, but we had them in a parlay on the money line. So we, get credited with the win just because we're just fading bad teams. So I feel like we only use 2 or 3 in a parlay, and we're using heavy juice to get closer to even money. And I feel like that's kind of the difference between what we do and what other people do. I don't want to say it's do as I say, not as I do type of thing, but I think they're hard for a lot of people, and I don't think people quite have a grasp of how they work perfectly, because they can really burn you if you're using the wrong things. So I wish I could tell people like an exact science on how we use it, but I don't know. It differs from week to week. We're really just looking at heavy juice plays. Give me 2 or 3 of them, get it closer to even money, and kind of go from there. So.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the ones either where you have a ton of legs. I'm more a guy that's going to look for 2 or 3 legs max, to kind of get that juice down to a manageable number.
Let's take a look at weekend plays, what we have going for us. We're up 2 units from baseball yesterday. We have baseball again today. So if you want to grab just the MLB play, more than welcome to do that. But again, just get the 3-day pass. We'll have Wimbledon, definitely more Wimbledon plays going throughout the weekend. The UFC, we already have some plays that are up for that. Formula One just had their first practice session in the morning, so get ready for qualifying and race plays. So I would say Wimbledon, MLB, UFC, and Formula One is what we're going to be on over the weekend. So feel pretty good about the UFC event. MLB, we've already got our plays kind of roped out until All-Star break, so I feel pretty good about those. So I think we should have a pretty good weekend. And we won +2 units last week, so we really would like to get at least 4 units in over the next week to kind of make up for that. But that's what's to expect. The Wimbledon plays, the weather seems to be pretty good on the weekend, so those plays should be coming out a little bit more normal time. So hopefully just turn on your notifications, make sure you're following all those and getting all of them in. So that's what we got for the weekend. All right, Steve, let's move to streak of the day. First off, Barrios. He gets there, huh? Or Barrios. He gets to 7 innings yesterday. So
yeah, it was quite the pitcher's duel in that one.
Yeah, so talk to us about that one. What was the side for Barrios, and what do we like today?
Yeah, so that one we were talking about the pitcher outs for Barrios, and he went over. The game was a complete pitcher's duel. It was a shutout into the extra innings, I believe. Today, though, we'll be looking at the Diamondbacks on the run line. They're at +105. The original idea here was to fade the Pirates. They've lost 17 of their last 23 games. They're just plummeting in the NL Central standings. Rich Hill's on the mound for them today. He's a vulnerable lefty, and the Diamondbacks are pretty solid against left-handed pitching, .254 team batting average. They have their ace on the mound today, Zach Gallen. He's great, been dynamite at home, 1.50 ERA at home on the year. The problem is that he's been in a little bit of bad form recently. He's allowed 8 earned runs in his last 2 starts, and the Diamondbacks now themselves are struggling. They've lost 4 in a row after losing, getting swept by the Mets. So this is one that initially you look at, it's a fate of the Pirates, and you get some nice plus money on the Diamondbacks run line, but with their ace on the mound. But you also have them in bad form with the pitcher also in bad form. So it's one that doesn't make our card.
It was close. You always want to fade these bad teams. We keep saying it's much easier to fade bad teams than it is to bet on the good teams. There's a small difference there. Couldn't get there on the Diamondbacks, though. The recent struggles, they may be an injury team, though. You kind of see some injuries creeping up with Corbin Carroll and some things like that. So couldn't quite get there with the Diamondbacks. It was almost going to make the card, but it ended up left off. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Use the promo code 83 for a 3-day pass for $39. Get you the weekend plays. Or if you want to get ready for the Andy 365 for 365 days worth of plays at 50% off, go ahead and grab all of that at WagerTalk.com. I'll be doing Prop It Up today with Matt Joseph, so you can check that out on the YouTube channel at WagerTalk. And I will also be co-hosting with Prez one more time on WagerTalk today. So
nice.
Yeah, it should be a really, really good day. So let's have a great day. Let's get the weekend started off right. Good luck, and we'll see everyone later.
Good luck this weekend.